starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Crypto Night Show. Your host Superman in the house for another day of crypto and Pulsechain action. In fact, Pulsechain's getting very close to 1,000 days, guys. I mean, we're up to day 980. That's crazy, almost 1,000 days. So yeah, we're going to get into that. We're going to talk about LibertySwap and PCock, big price predictions. We're going to cover some of those, so that would be fun. And we're also going to look at stETH is on the move. We've got some big whale, I think, buying that up. Pretty cool. And we also got this PUSD make it to $1 compound action sitting in the background as well. The latest theory to bring a PUSD to a peg. And so, yeah, we got a few little things on today. We're going to check out the markets, of course, and see where Pulsechain is at. Now, if you guys, of course, are new to the show, don't forget to subscribe on the way in. And also don't forget to share the show around on X. That would be really helpful. If you guys haven't joined our strategy club, links in the video description for that. Just over $1 a day to join up, and it's also pinned to the top of X profile. So we look forward to seeing you in there if you want all the hottest intel. We've been flying some good stuff through there in the last couple of days in particular. So get in on the action. Yeah, strategy club, the way to be. All right, what else? I think that's it kind of moment. Let's get into the stock market and kick it off. Don't forget to get in the chat as well. And let's see where we head for Friday. So Friday's results of the stock market. Let's see where it all ended up. All right. We have got the stock market today. S&P 500 ends weak lower as tariff and Fed concerns weigh in. Obviously, Trump's got a few decisions to make there. I just realized I haven't hooked in the old screen there. So let's do that. Magic. There we go. And yeah, we've got the stock market there, ends weak lower as tariffs and Fed concerns weigh in. So let's check out the results there. We've got the Dow Jones at the moment down 0.17%, 83 points to 49,359. So not too bad today, is it? It's only down a little bit. S&P 500 down just 4 points to 6,940. NASDAQ down 14 points to 23,500. So very much just a slight down day. Not much action there. US dollar has strengthened a bit. We're up to 99.18. So it's gone up a little bit there. Let's go to commodities. West Texas there up, well, maybe 1/5%, $59.32 for West Texas crude. Brent oil crude is up 1/3%, 23 cents to just under $64 there at the moment. Gold, which has actually been on an absolute tear, hasn't it? Is down 0.5% at the moment, down $22 to 4,600. So it's just off the all-time highs. And silver there is down 2.6%, $2.40, just below $90, just below $90 there at the moment. And of course, that's also been absolutely smashing out the all-time results here. Amazing price action. I think $93 is the high so far on the old silver play. Very cool. So let's check out some of the commentary here. Did we get someone jumping in the chat there? I think we did. We got Smart Dwelling in the house there. Hello. Love your show, mate. I appreciate that, Smart Dwelling. Welcome to the show, and appreciate the feedback. Wookie in the house as well, our community leader. Wookie is still amazing. Apparently you are, and apparently so is where you live. It's an amazing place too. Good to see Wookie as always. Now, we've got Trump here threatens fresh tariffs if countries oppose the U.S. interest in Greenland. So, as we know, a few of the European countries have been real dorks and sent a couple of soldiers. I think there was Denmark sent a plane load, something like that, and then the others sent 1 or 2 men. I mean, so they'll probably join the Americans when they get there. So Trump threatens fresh tariffs if countries oppose U.S. interest in Greenland. Trump sows the Fed leadership uncertainty as well. We'll talk about that. President Donald Trump warned on Friday that he may impose tariffs on countries that don't go along with Greenland, which the president said is needed for national security. We need Greenland for national security, so I may do that, Trump said at the White House during the health care-related events. Now, obviously, we've got Russia and China up in the Northern Hemisphere, and there's obviously a lot of resources and political positioning and all that sort of stuff up there. So that is a big part of what he's doing. So greater United States there. Now, it's funny that these countries would send soldiers there when they can't even defend their own borders, right? They're flooding themselves. Biggest invasion and colonialism you've seen in modern history. It's unbelievable. So we'll see how that goes. The comments raised uncertainty over fresh tariffs, just as many were becoming comfortable with the idea that the effective rate of tariffs following a blitz of trade levies imposed on countries last year would remain steady. And of course, we hadn't really seen that flow into inflation, which is what they said. So that's because they're expanding supply and everything else, right? Adding to the uncertain backdrop, Trump said he would prefer National Economic Council Director Kevin Hassett remain in his current role rather than be nominated for the Fed chair. The move took some by surprise, as Hassett, seen as pro-markets, was widely expected to get the nomination. But of course, he is a key player in Trump's economic miracle of, course, the golden age. He's got a couple of guys that are pretty good, but he certainly doesn't want to, lose Hassett there. The banking sector has been in the spotlight this week. The reports from America's biggest lenders underlying how topsy-turvy 2025 financial markets aided trading desks certainly did. We saw the big liquidation event, for example, in crypto on the 10th of October. So we certainly had a lot of issues there. Earlier Friday, PNC Financials posted 25% jump in profit, etc., etc. So we had a lot of bank results, right? We also had some of the microprocessors as well. We did get some more economic data. So we got the industrial production. It climbed by 0.4% in the month of December, and this is a key measure we're looking at, right? Trump's raised over 18 trillion, maybe close to 21 trillion, and we've got more manufacturing production in the United States than I think we've seen for decades. So it's a pretty big deal. 0.4% a month in December, while manufacturing production gained 0.2% over the course of the same month. These numbers were stronger than expected. So that's always good, right? Better than expectations, and continued the week's healthy review of the country's economy. So Trump's starting 2026 with a pretty strong economy. On Thursday, U.S. Initial jobs claims unexpectedly fell to 198,000 last week, below the 215,000 forecast, highlighting continued labor market strength. So we're starting to see what was mixed results last year start to get stronger. So everything is starting to head into this golden age, and 2026 kicking it off there. And we're still getting a lot of the data still from last year, the end of last year. But we know that we were expecting a pickup from a lot of Trump's activities in the final quarter, with the one limitation of the government shutdown impacting GDP potentially up to about 1 percentage point. So that was about it. So that should have taken place in last quarter. Kansas City Fed President Jeff Schmidt called inflation too hot. Now, inflation's not that hot. We're down about 2.7, 2.6%. So it's a little bit of an exaggeration there. Well, San Francisco Fed President Mary Daly said the incoming U.S. economic data looks promising. So you're getting all these different divergent views. Federal Reserve Vice Chair Philip Jefferson, meanwhile, added to expectations for the Fed to keep rates steady later this year. Later this month, I should say, after suggesting the central bank's benchmark rate was now at a neutral level. I don't see it as neutral level. I see it still as 1 percentage point above where it should be, because the general rule is having a 1-to-1 ratio. So you got the federal funds rate needs to come down about a percentage point. Even if they got 3/4 of that point, that'd be something pretty close, right? One that neither stimulus nor weighs the economy, following several rate cuts there. So that is kind of where we are on the Fed news there. Let's go to the Fed rate monitor and check out, see where that's at the moment. So we've got 1 week and 4 days and 20 hours to go until the 28th of January. That is when the meeting will be on at 2 p.m. Eastern. We've got 4.6% of the market expecting a no change. That's actually slightly up from, I think, yesterday. But we're still not expecting no change in interest rates there, so no uplift for the markets from that particular. But we are in the dovish rate cycle, so that should bode well for us over time. March also only 20% of the market expecting a rate cut there, but things might change. But Powell is still controlling the Fed at least up to May, so there's 3 meetings before that. So we'll see whether some of these results will turn, and of course economic data helping them along. So that is pretty much it with the stock market and economic news. We're going to get into a few other things. So don't forget to get in the chat there as well. And don't forget to share the show around. Right, let's see where we're up to here. Doing pretty well there. I thought there was something I was going to pick up, but we haven't got that up at the moment. So let's go to the majors, have a look at the crypto majors. Obviously, we had a delay in the Clarity Act, the market structure stuff, but that is going to be redone. We talked about that yesterday with the Coinbase CEO. Because the big banks were trying to manipulate the outcome. Surprise, surprise, surprise. The big banks always in there. Washington is a wash with all these TradeFi cabals, these globalist type of firms. So probably not surprising there. All right, let's jump over to the majors on the crypto. We got the market cap at 3.319 trillion. We are flat today, 0%. So down yesterday on the news, but flat today. Bitcoin at the moment at 95,440, down 0.2%. Ethereum there down 0.3% at $3,292. We got BNB at number 4, up 0.5%. $934. XRP at number 5, down 0.1% at $2.07. Solana at number 6 is up 2%, so good news there. $145. We got Tron at number 9, down 0.5% at 31 cents. And we got Doge at number 10, down 1.5% at 13.7 cents. And guess what, guys? Figure Alec has flipped back on Cardano. What was that, about a week? Was it about a week? And they are just flipped them at the moment. Still up about half $500 million or so. So there we go. That is the mark. So the best performer has been Solana over the last 24 hours. Over the last week has been ETH, actually pipping there 6.9% up on ETH this week compared to Solana, 6.8%. So the good news there for Ethereum. And we guys know Ethereum is kind of the one that feels like it's got the biggest move coming up compared to probably all the other major asset classes, etc. So looking pretty good there with the old Ethereum. Top 100. Let's have a look. We got Dash, good old Dash, 134%. Big move there for the week, isn't it? Monero as well, up 41%. We've got Internet Computer there up 32%, Pump Fund up 22%, and Provenance Blockchain or Hash up 7.5%. So those are the top 5 in the top 100. So pretty good moves there. And we've got, if we add on these other 3, it means we've got 8 that are over 10% for the week. So bring on altcoin season. That's all we can say. Top 1,000 gainers, Bitcoin Hyper, Gastown, and Surge in the top 1,000. Looks like Bitcoin Hyper is up massive percentage. I don't know how real that percentage is. 5,400%. Gastown up 475%. So they're on the move right now. Let's have a quick nosy at those. See whether the chart makes sense at all. Yeah, look at that. Just got pumped out of nowhere. So yeah, I don't know. You have to go do some extra further checks there on Bitcoin Hyper, but definitely looks hyper, that chart, doesn't it? It definitely looks hyper. Gastown, let's have a look at that too. That's up 475%. Sitting at number 934. And we've got Max. That's recently launched. It just launched on the 15th. So only about 48 hours old. And that's up quite a bit. It says 400%. So there we go. What is that? What is that actually? So let's look. Is it meme coin, is it? Yes. Oh, gas tokens for Gastown. Okay. All right. So that is what's there in the top 1,000. Trending overall, we got Tom Lee's favorite, Pudgy Penguins. We've got Dash and Monero. They're trending right now. So that bodes well for Pulsechain. Bodes well for Pulsechain. All right. So that's pretty much the majors. That's how we rock and roll. That was pretty quick. Nothing to see here on the stock market and crypto majors. Maybe Pulsechain's got a lot more action in store. Maybe Pulsechain's got some things to talk about. In fact, Pulsechain's looking a lot better. So let's get into that. There was something I was going to pull up, but I forgot what it was. Let me see. Let me think. Oh, yeah. Well, we'll get there. We'll get there in the end. We'll find it. All right. So let's get into Pulsechain's results. We're on the green. And let's have a look there. So Pulsechain at the moment is at quadruple 171, up 4%. And we're 980 days since Pulsechain launched. 20 days to go to day 1,000. I'm sure that all the influencers got to come out and celebrate that. Are they going to do that? Where are they? Where are they? What happened to all the Pulsechain influencers, man? Come on, get working. Get working, guys. Now we've got a couple, good, fairly regular influencers that do shows, but come on, I feel like they're all in. Are they all in Tahiti, or they're on Hexco? Maybe they're on the Hexco Island. Who knows? But get out, get working. All right, so we've got Pulse at the moment, quadruple 0171, 4%. We've got Pulsex at the moment is at quadruple 013. That is up 2/3%, so not quite moving on the Pulse, but it's good to see Pulse moving. We got the buy and burn at 8.41%, excluding the OA. Incentive token at 64 cents, up 2.5%. And we got Hex on Pulsechain pretty flat, just up a tad, 0.05% there at 20. Was it 20? Just under 0.28 of a penny. EHEX at the moment still lost the 3 zeros. In fact, it's even down even lower. 3 zeros, 89. So what's that? 89 thousandths of a penny. What a steal right now for the old EHEX. Come on, let's be frank. Let's be Frank or Betty or something like that amongst friends. That is big volumes you can pick up on EX. And of course, we've got FlexNext coming, guys. So FlexNext is coming out. We might go and check that out, but FlexNext is coming from Dipcatcher. That's on the old EX side. So that should help with some of the dynamics on EX. Yeah, crazy. So big volumes there. EX, combined EX and PX is sitting at 37/100th of a penny. What a steal right now. So kind of cool. Probably got less seller pressure and thinner liquidity, right? So very good out of the Richard cores, the old EX and PX there. Moving over to the gas prices. We've got 367,000 beats, pretty much the same as yesterday. We've got 0.2 of a penny for a Pulsechain swap right now. We've got validators at the moment, 52,367. There's been a nice little comeback for the validators. It's been steady for the last couple of days at that level. And then the bridge, are we back at 80? Nah, we're just denied. 2 days now, denied. We hit that 80 million for what, 1 day? Now we're back down, denied. It's resistance. We got EHEX is down, right? EHEX is dragging us down, and that was down a bit from yesterday. So there we go. But not far away from $80 million. There we go. All right, so that is pretty much it. Let's go to the markets. Before we do that, we've got a couple of comments in the chat. We've got Sean O'Malley in house there. Good morning, all. Up only. Big shout out there, Sean. And of course, up only, that's on, that token is trying to bond on pump tires. So up only token there. Sean reposted the stream. Appreciate that. Thank you so much. Let's give Sean a clap because there were some good comments. That was a generous clap, Sean. So there we go. We got the heart of a lion there. All right, we're having fun. Don't forget to repost the show out, guys. We're getting into the nitty gritty now. And if you haven't seen that dance video from the 50s, the 60s, go check it out. It's pretty good. And the guy that did the dance was pretty amazing. I forgot his name off the top of my head. Yeah, it's pretty good. Let's jump into the results. We got 8 million volume. Woohoo! Well, I should have given a clap for that too. 8 million volume, but we forgot. So we'll do a magic flip. As you guys know, we've been doing generally between about 4.5 and 6.5 million. I think we had 7 million earlier the week, and now we've got 8 million. So that's kind of a good sign. So let's have a look at what's pumping. Our transactions yesterday was about 317,000. I think we're at 550 now. So we're way up on the transactions, which means we've got a lot more turnover happening. And we've got the stETH on the move. But at the top here is a new token, AI Pulse. Now, there's lots of honeypots. So, this one looks like one of those. So CryptoSolve and other people like that sort of do assessments on these tokens. But that's up 21,400%. Obviously, be careful with all these new tokens. There's a lot of honeypots out there. So stETH is on the move. This is the fork copy on Pulsechain. It's up 107%. It was about 150% earlier today. So 107% right now. You can see 12% down, 13% down in the last hour. But stETH there having a bit of a move. So let's have a look at the bigger pair. It's a retail play. The liquidity in the bigger pair is about 100K. Market's 2.6 million. And the volume gone through here is, if we combine the two pairs, is $250,000. So big day there for the stETH. We have seen it up here before, I believe, many times. But this is the weekly chart, and you can see it's been pumpity pumped in the last 2 weeks. Had a pretty low volume, and then suddenly, bam! The last week it got $750,000 almost, and this or would have with the other pair, and then we got $250,000 at the moment in the current week. So pretty crazy. Let's look at the daily on the old stake there, and you can see some of the action here. Bit of a market maker coming in. Well, we do got a little post here from Little Peg Pump. Little pig pump. You are not paying attention. We're paying attention. We're live streaming it. And it seems one of the biggest PDI holders, he's got 250 million PDI, is busy buying staked ETH like mad. What's he doing? Buying staked ETH like mad. This holder buys staked ETH via the known 777 proxy wallet, sends it to the main wallet, which is 6921, and then stakes it for wrapped staked ETH. So there we go. Wrapped. I would have thought it would have been something else, but wrapped staked ETH. Look it up yourself. If you listen to my last call about staked ETH, you're up 400%. He says, GG. Still 25x from the 30-cent target. Really, 30 cents. Whoa. So that is a little comments there. Muzzy says, "Why only 3-cent target?" This is crypto for you, right? Why only 3-cent target? That will probably happen within the next few days. He says, "Parity with ETH is the target. Parity with ETH, $3,300. You might be onto something there." He says. I love the pumpamentals in the chat there. It's pretty funny. OX Daredevil says, "Little pig, 4x is nothing, man. Got away before you called. Literally bought the bottoms. I buy so many bottoms, they call me John." John, what the fudge? Anyway, so we got all that happening. It's just probably as far as down the rabbit hole as we're going to go on that. But that is being bought up at the moment. So 1.3 cents right now. These guys are talking about 30x, and then the other guys are talking about going to $3,300. I don't know about that one, but certainly 30 cents is probably not insane. I don't know about in the next few days, but here we are at 1.4 cents. Now, someone can temporarily pump it to high levels, but it won't stay there very long, will it? All the other guys will be going, "Oh my god, I'm so rich now." So dumpity, right? But anyway, it's up right now. And these crazed things can last for a little while. Of course, that whale's apparently that's going to offset any price adjustments. I don't know. Don't see that in any time soon. Unless you're earning some insane volumes. But then, how big's the other liquidity pool, right, for the wrap stake ETH? I don't know. I haven't looked at it. We got Wookie in the house. There's silver to $1. Well, looks like staked ETH to $1. Well, 30 cents. 30 cents. Cheers, Superman. You're most welcome there, Sean. Appreciate it. All right, so that is that staked ETH on the move, and thank you to Little Pig Pump for the insights there. All right, so kind of cool. Let's jump away from that. We've also at number 4 we've got time dividend up 41%. So nice to see time dividend getting a bit of love, and of course we've talked about this was going to happen eventually. It has had this incredibly wide trading ranges. Look at that, wide trading ranges on the weekly charts, by the way. And it bounced from 00088, and it's now at 0014. So it's up pretty nicely on the old US dollar price. So let's have a look at that. That is up 61% inside, I don't know, maybe a week or so, 2 weeks. And the pulse ratio, let's look at that. Of course, they recently hit 108,000 downloads. And this is kind of in bearish conditions for Pulsechain. So I could see that running away, if we get some momentum. 85 right now, 85 pulse per time, so obviously the pulse ratio chart looks a lot better without that zigzag, and it doesn't compare to the pulse price influencing it. So on the actual, the actual uptrend is still fairly strong, but with wide volatility, but still kind of an uptrend there. I only see this going one way, and that is up to the right on the old time dividend. One of our blue chips, one would say, on the Pulsechain. World's greatest PDI printer on OG WebChef, up 26% as well, $1.83. And we have seen some movements from this over the last couple of weeks. So this is the daily chart. We've seen that move up, fairly well. Let's have a look at the ratio. Sorry, the percentage gain. And we can see that we're up 140% almost. So, 2.4x inside 2 weeks. People will be pretty happy with that, right? Mad gains. Market cap 1.7 mil. So there we go. Liquidity pretty small, 78k on that one. So easy to pump, I guess. Easy to pump. In fact, the other one is Wrap Bitcoin. It's also about 80k. Number 7 is SCADA from the Supply Team with their innovative tokenomics, right? Pretty unique amongst the projects. And here we are at just below 0.2 of a penny. Having a couple of good days in the office there, 4 days, good days there. Plenty of room in the RSI to keep moving too. 4 hourly, how's that looking? Getting a bit overheated. Might need to cool down around just under 2 cents here with that RSI. But have a little breather, and then game on, because it's got plenty of room in the daily there. So we'll keep a lookout for that. That is, it's got, it's kind of moving. Devcoin is up 10% today. Swarm is up 10% today. We don't really look at these coins too much, but let's have a little look at the charts. This is the daily there. So just coming off the bottom, really showing quite a lot of weakness, but having a little green day today. What else? We've got Swarm. Let's look at Swarm right now. Swarm's having a much better time. Look at that. So that's up quite nicely. Bounced out. Look, kind of chart look a little bit similar to the other one, DevC, but it's had quite a strong bounce back there. Up 62% in 2 weeks. Yeah, not bad. Let's look at the pulse ratio too. See what that chart looks like. Probably a lot better. Yeah, look at that. Whoa. Looking pretty awesome. Looking pretty awesome. So Swarm is swarming the chart, and 126 pulse per swarm right now. So that's a masterful play if you've been getting into that. Very, very cool. And that's amazing. So let's look at the, I think the opening or the close of the day. So it's up from 19 to 126. So that's a 6.6x in 140 days. So that's pretty good given Pulsechain's down. People will be pretty happy about that. So there we go. That is the that's swarming around. You can check out all the details there, but that is a quick look. Now moving into number 10 and 11 is PCock, running off our top 10. And a PCock there is up 9.8%, almost 10% there. Was doing very well last night. Got a bit of profit taking earlier today. And that has been kind of grinding, isn't it? So let's have a look at the main pair. There's over $500,000 back in that pool again. What's that? About 760,000 in the two main pairs. So $750,000 in the two main pairs. There's about 230 pairs, right? And they're tied into a lot of other projects on Pulsechain. So let's have a look at the PCock. Now the title of the video was PCock big price predictions. We will look at that, and let's hide that at the moment. So that is our chart at the moment on the daily. And so, wow, what a consolidation zone. And then pow, off we went. Now the RSI is still got room to move. We're at 68, so it has still got room to move to try and potentially tap the all-time high here on the daily. That was 2.8 cents. We're at just below 2.2 cents right now. Still looking pretty good. Looking at the 4 hourly, let's see what room to move at the moment. Yep, we've got room to move to keep pushing high here on the 4 hourly. Obviously on the weekly, we've got plenty of room. We're only at 66. So that's going to be pretty interesting. I do have a target for that, and that is in the strategy club. So if you've joined the strategy club, you'll see my price target there for the near term. So yeah, kind of cool. We've got Rolf in the house. Hey, good to see Rolf. Superman's in the house. He is indeed. He is indeed. All right. Someone just turned the lawnmower on over across the road somewhere. It's annoying. It's annoying. All right. So that's the PCock. Let's look at what the latest stuff is update for them. So we're going to look at the latest news for the PCock running off our top 10. Sean O'Malley says, PCock, feed the bird. Feed the bird indeed. And I think that deserves another. I'm not showing favoritism to Sean. He just, putting in good stuff here today. Good stuff today. All right. So this is 16 hours ago, but this has got some important information. LibertyX is our intent-based volume aggregator of aggregators for Pulsechain. A little bit like how CowSwap works, I think is the way I understand it. You put your request out there, and then they've got all these market methods to go and find you the best rates. And they said LibertyX is close to release. So they're saying intent-based volume aggregator of aggregators for Pulsechain. Well, we're coming up against, are we coming up against, it's going to be interesting because it's going to be different, right? But I think it's coming up against, Petius, Switch does a bit of aggregating, doesn't it? So, I don't know, Portal X, is that still out there? Is that still working? I don't know, but people still using that. So any sort of aggregator or aggregators. Liquidity is a source from third parties called fillers or resolvers. So LibertyX does not hold user liquidity. Very important there. One of the core benefits of the LibertyX aims to eliminate MEV and, of course, prevent sandwich attacks and reduce slippage even for big orders. That's exciting. We would like that. Trades settle at fixed rates negotiated off-chain while still finalizing on-chain. So that's good to see. Cutting out many forms of front-running and price impact there. So kind of cool. Damn those MEV bots, right? Damn it, ZMB. Because rates can be found off-chain and executed without slippage surprises, traders see what they get ahead of time. Big orders don't blow out prices, and gas is more predictable. The more on-chain and off-chain liquidity Pulsechain assets have, the better the execution, and that would be particularly true for large players, right? All right, so that is kind of cool. That's from them. Did they got any other comments there? Yeah, look through down there. No, don't see any of that. So let's move forward with the rest of the LibertySwap updates. So 6 hours ago, X is broken. Can you see my post now? Can you see my post now? Obviously, we had 15% up on PCock, and of course, Pulse is on the move as well, 3.5%. Let's go. We got a nice repost there from the show from yesterday, so big shout for that. Thank you, LibertySwap. Much appreciated. What else? Let's scroll up here. 5 hours ago, PCock is positioning itself as a serious privacy-focused token. We are ahead of many projects by focusing on real infrastructure rather than narratives. For the first time, we are laying the groundwork that allows different privacy protocols and blockchains to communicate and exchange balances in a coordinated, verified way. And this is not just EVM, but SVM chains. I mean, it's amazing. These guys are crushing it, man. Frontier stuff, guys, on the old Pulsechain. We're so really great. This is what we want. This is the sort of quality of ecosystems growing out on Pulsechain that we want. And I've heard that echo by several other people recently. So kind of cool to see it. This D1 chart looks really strong. One of the best charts on Pulsechain, backed by solid liquidity. And of course, we just talked about that. $750,000 at least, just in the main 2 pairs alone. So it's kind of cool. Tech and then narrative. Tech first. Yes, indeed. Tech first. Amazing work, says Don Bon. PCock and Pulsechain will lead the charge into the future. And of course, they go, after this week, we can aggressively market privacy protocols to users on other chains. Now, I've talked to you guys about that, is that LibertySwap has indicated that they're going to be doing some marketing promotion. That's really cool. We don't have many projects do that. We have some of the small, medium projects, get marketing from a couple of the marketing promotion providers in the Pulsechain. Of course, the Crypto Night Show is one of those. But we don't often get some of the larger teams like LibertySwap doing promotion. So that's a pretty rare event. It's also something we're looking to see from Rack and Rochelle once he's ready, rolled out the rest of Coin Mafia and then Coinwell and Coinarchy, those 3 in particular. It's going to be interesting. And of course, Richard Hart as well with Pulsechain, and of course, Pulsechain season coming. So it's going to be interesting to see how all that plays out. Recently, we saw Tom Lee, was it 2 days ago? I think, yesterday, one of the 2, it was yesterday, wasn't it? Tom Lee, they're putting a $200 million investment into Mr. Beast, obviously doing something there to the mass market for crypto. That part of his plan not yet revealed. It'll be interesting to see what happens in that space. Infrastructure first, narratives later. That's why PCock stands out, says Katie. That's why we build products first for every phase. Stay tuned. LibertyX and ZX Wallet are coming. Now, I understood that ZX Wallet is coming in Q2. LibertyX is obviously looking very, very soon in Q1. So it's going to be interesting to see. Now, obviously, I think they said they had most of their products in their roadmap for 26 are well progressed. And we're talking like, 50, 60, 70%. And they're doing, testing and auditing, other things like that. So these things are well on their way. So some good comments there from LibertySwap. Let's see here. So we've got that cut. I just want to take the main thing out of that is that, we've got LibertyX coming very soon. So kind of cool. Crypto has 2 major themes shaping 2026, says LibertySwap. They are becoming increasingly obvious. They want to see PCock stay ahead of both of them. And that is true. We got number 1 is CLOB and the next generation DEX technology. And of course, after the rise of platforms like Hyperliquid, it is clear that pure AMM designs are no longer enough for high volume trading. To stay competitive, DEXs must adopt new execution models such as CLOBs, intent-based routing, which is obviously LibertySwap's doing, and hybrid designs, which LibertySwap is doing. This pressure is forcing DEX technology to evolve much faster or risk losing market share. Number 2, privacy as a core infrastructure layer. Advances in zero-knowledge technology are making Ethereum more scalable, will also bring privacy to a level that is cheaper and more accessible. This trend is a natural response to growing AI-driven data extraction and surveillance by large trading firms and governments, by the way, which increasingly threatens fair and open markets. And of course, LibertyX is coming. That's what LibertySwap says. So very, very excited there. We've got Sean in there with the up only. Sean, you're everywhere, mate. You're everywhere with the up only. And that's how you market, right, Sean? That's how you market. Wookie says Tom Lee. Yeah, Tom Lee. Your bestie Wookie, Tom Lee. So that's going to come. Andrew says, and yes, that's all very good. But when are we getting an instant 1-to-1 swap, native DAI to native PDAI? Everyone loves the PDAI there. Soon, says LibertySwap, soon. So that is some of the updates there. So looking pretty good. Let's keep going. Let's keep going with this journey. We're going to jump past. They got talking about sandwich attacks, and they're going LibertySwap will fix this. So we'll jump past that. That's enough update there. 2026. Liberty devs will step out publicly and resume active open source contributions to Ethereum after years of working anonymously. Wow, guys. The team will be revealed, guys. We do know that Crypto Sparbook's in the team, right? So he's in Europe there, super smart, guy, and did all the Hex conferences and all that. So we're going to find out. Stronger Ethereum code leads to a better Pulsechain. Looking, what are we going to say? Looking forward to it. What is it? I won't write that. Looking forward to it. All right, so I was just going to say, let's have some videos, like some real cool video marketing with it. I don't know. But that's it. So kind of cool. So we're going to find out who the dev teams are. What else have we got here? We're going to jump through that as well. 1 hour ago, monthly charts of major cryptocurrencies and established stocks, and they got PCock there. So we've got a few images there. That's Walmart. Look at that. We're looking forward to a PCock chart like that. That'd be pretty awesome. And it looks a little bit like silver too on the chart, doesn't it? We've got Tron there. Tron's doing pretty well. A nice little move there on the monthly. And then, of course, the PCock there on the monthly, just warming up. That's just the beginning. Oh, what a tease these guys are. That's a tease. How high will it go? Well, it needs to go pretty high, right? So we're going to look at the price predictions in a minute. So we're just going through the latest updates. New participants are entering the market. You do not want to miss this move. Ethereum Pulsechain will lead the next bull run. Time to get back to business, my friend. So kind of cool. Crypto Connoisseur says PCock is probably the best home run coin I've seen in years. LibertySwap is going to take this thing to the heights you may not imagine. So it's Crypto Connoisseur there. Zach says every man, woman, and child should own some PCock on Pulsechain. Moving forward there. Alpha Baller says visibility for PCock. Indeed. What was that responding to? What's something up here? Back to their other comments. How are we done? So that is pretty much it. But we're going to go back, guys, because we're going to look at the price predictions, right? That's what we promised in the video. So let's go back and do the price predictions. It's down here somewhere. I think further back in time. We're going back in time, like Back to the Future. And here's their moon math, right? So let's go through the moon math and let's do something for this. What do we got? Here we go. What's happening? Whoa. All right, so let's do the math step by step, assuming 10% growth every week compounded, starting from the current price shown. It's around 2 cents, just not too far from where price is now. Time frame now to the end of 2026, so 52 weeks. Compound growth formula. So we got the price there times $1. Was it 10%? So 10% to the power of 52 there, 52 weeks. Growth factor there is circa 141 to 142x. So that's pretty big, guys. Estimated price by the end of 2026 is the price there times the X factor growth. And that gives you about $2.90 to $3 per PCock. So we're around 2 cents now. $3, guys. Huge. So 140x from here. That is their price prediction. And I have a more modest one. I have a more modest one below. And that was based on, I did realize I used the wrong formula symbol, but that was because, it was late at night, But was it late at night? I don't know. It wasn't actually late at night. But I don't know. I just used the wrong one. It should be a multiplier, not a plus. But it's kind of still works with the logic. Top 50. So top 50 is their target for PCock. So 1.5 billion on CoinGecko is get your top 50. So divide by 20 million market, which what they got at the moment, times 75x. So a lot less than their 140, almost half, and that gives you $1.50. So that was 50%. is actually what their target is, because they said top 50, so that's actually their target, $1.50 at the current numbers, current rankings. But this moon math here, based on 10% growth, that gets you to $3. Now, if you did do $3, then that would get you top 30, right? So that would be a $3 billion market, and that would be a $3. That would be equal to $3 price, and that would put you in the top 35 on CoinGecko for the bull market ahead, or at least 2026. Does everyone like the sound of that? Pretty good, right? Pretty good. Now, obviously, LibertySwap there's ramping up the ecosystem in those two areas around DEXs and privacy and all the rest of it. Multi-chain, they got capital efficiency and arbitrage and imbalancing and all sorts of stuff going on. So they're really just expanding at a big rate of knots with some of the frontier stuff in crypto, and all on the freedom chain of Pulsechain, right? So it's kind of cool. So that is where we are with the price prediction. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. That was pretty cool. We also talked about what's up with stETH. We did that too. Well, the price is up, and also got some whale buying it and staking some wrap stETH, right? So that is some of the moon math there. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Big shout out to the PCock team. Now, we only got up to number 10 because we got stuck with the old PCock, which is still rising at the moment, now 9 and 10. But related to PCock is Zero Trust. They've got LP shared. It's up 8.7%. We saw World's Greatest PDI printer at number 5 and 6, up 26%. Well, if Investor, the grandparent of all that ecosystem, is $1.75 right now. That's up 8.6%. We've got Zendog down here at number 15, tied into PCock as well, up 7.4%. Mafia token, well, this thing's got to be launching soon. They all look almost ready, and that chart's looking pretty good on the weekly. There's a weekly charts candles there, and the ratio there, look at that. Woo, 50. It's at 50, guys. And of course, what was that peak up there? That peak was 54. So up it goes, up it goes. So everyone's waiting for that to launch, right? With the old Mafia, it's still waiting for the killing and the vault access, I think. What else we got going? We got Curve right now at number 19, up 6%. Liberty up 5.85%. That's not LibertySwap, but Liberty. Liquid Loans, the big protocol, took $52 million in. Market cap 2.4 mil. Where's the other 47.5 mil? That's what people say, right? That's what people say. Where's the other 47.5 mil? Well, it's actually more than that. It was 52 by my count, 52. So where's the other 49.5 mil? That's what try to be accurate. Sun Minimum, they're leaving town, but that's up 5%. And it's a shame because people are talking about how do you pump coins? Well, you need capital. What was one of the most obvious capital plays was Sun Minimum, because their buy and burn's probably got 15, 20 million plus in it probably by now. So yeah, it's a shame. That's a deep shame now. Dominance from OG Webchef up 5%. Teddy Bear from James Maria, and we're gonna have a show on James Maria. We're gonna do it. I keep talking about it the last couple of days, but we will do it. We'll get there. 4.5% right now. We got Sava, a content reward token, up 4% there. Remember from the 5th of September from OG Webchef as well, up 4%. So we have got quite a few OG Webchefs there, just making little moves, but they're definitely part of the active stuff happening. X Game from Firewall up 3.9%. Moonex up 3.7%. 9mm, our second biggest DEX. And of course, there's an area that, with the aggregators that LibertySwap is starting to play in. And that is 9mm DEX. That's at 1 cent right now, up 3.7%. Delivering. They're constantly delivering. So I'm really, impressed by them. They keep doing it, about $20,000 in profit sharing a month at the current prices. Unity from Cryptographics, 3.4% increase there. RSI oversold up 3.4%. VPulse there from Vouch, of course. So Jexa recently did a video. You can find that in the Monster thread. He's got an interview there with Fast Abdul and Triple Dad, I believe. And so that's a trifecta of the developers that are delivering us some of the best quality protocols on Pulsechain. So well worth going checking that out. Check out the Monster threads from MBS Crypto, and we posted it out earlier this week. P Tiger, a rising influencer with guns, and he's looking to make some moves. So he's been pretty consistent. It's up 2% right now at 0.3 of a penny. Let's have a quick look at P Tiger, and let me know in the chat there if you guys have got any P Tiger. But that's the chart. So got it rounded off, and then it's managed to find a pretty good base, starting to rise up. Got some attention from Richard Hart right around the gun shooting video. And big X space, and seems to be picking a little pace there. And P Tiger, or Crypto Tiger God, the influencer, says he's got some stuff in, coming up. So there we go, to promote and things like that. Pump tires number 35 up 2%. BBC token from 9-inch up a little bit, 2% as well. Duck token, one of the big memes. So the meme's not having too much fun at the moment, but Dow token's still holding up at 2%, 3.1 million market cap. We've got UFO down here at up 1.7% from PTC the Greys. Vouch itself, the main coin, up 1.4%. Let's have a quick look at the Vouch, the number one validator on Pulsechain. Bounced here from 4 zeros, 1500 to now 4 zeros, 24, almost 25. So it's up the last couple of weeks. And of course, this is one of our heavyweight protocols, really being number one validator, and good to understand the dynamics there. What else there? We got the Mafia coin from, of course, Coin Mafia. That is sitting at 77 cents, so up 1.2%. So not really too much happening there. We're not expecting much to happen too much with the value per se. There might be some weekends that picked up some early coins and all that. They'll take profits, but actually not really too much for almost 3 months because the whitelist doesn't get their coins, and that's randomly released as well. And in the meantime, we should expect to see a lot more upgrades with all the different blockchains. I mean, it's going to have over 375 blockchains. They've only got 2 on there at the moment. Let's see if they've added base chain. I'm not sure if they have yet. Let's see if base has been added. No, base is still not there, but base is coming up next, right? How many tokens have been launched so far? Well, 5 pages. So that's increased a lot, guys. We were at 3 pages yesterday. Now it's 5 pages. So let's just scroll through that and let's see how that's getting on. So 4 and then 5. So if you have 6 pages now. Okay, six pages now. So that's a doubling of coins since yesterday. That's really exciting. I don't know who's launching these, whether people are just having fun with those, but that is in play. Let's see what actually has graduated. Still 4 coins. So no change in the number of coins. And talk of the town was that Rackham was going to be doing some bonding sponsorship. So we'll see. We'll keep a lookout for that. So we've got base coming, potentially some bonded coins being sponsored. And tax tokens being added too, right? So there's some of the things. Keep a lookout there. It's a marathon, guys. You're building a business, right? It's a marathon. Okay, we'll see. All right, so that is the take there. Let's have a look at the other stuff that's going on. We got Gophers at the first 404k, 404 contract, on Pulsechain at 1% there. And of course, we've got an update there. We're going to go have a look with FlexDex, which is from Dipcatcher as well. That's going to be bullish for eHex, right? Hex on Ethereum. Top at the moment from Crypto Coffee at 1%. Let's have a quick look. That's tied in with the PCock. We saw some rotating out of it with the PCock ratio. Let's have a look how that's holding up. Yeah, down. So top at losing value versus PCock. People going into PCock, right, to hold the source of the juice there. So that's a bullish sign for PCock, right? Given that Crypto Coffee is probably one of our 2-3 biggest influencers, if not the biggest. So let's have a look. So that's kind of the play there. What else we got going on here? We've got a few others. We've got little green cards for Phoenix, for ALGO. That's pretty much it. So let's scroll down here. We've got 69 coins in top 100 of green right now. And so that's not too bad. And the rest ones in red. Let's have a look who's the worst performer. We've got PCC the Greys down actually the most at the moment, 6%. SolidX down 5% as well. And you have a couple of UFO pairs in there as well. So PCC the Greys there having a bit of a cool off. They had a nice little move to 000 1500. Now that 000 just above 1300 there. So that little move has been muted for the time being. Will it be up tomorrow? That's the question. But all the action at the moment on stETH with the whale being a market maker on there, staking for wrapped ETH apparently, wrapped staked ETH apparently, and world's great printer on a bit of a move, and PCock amongst with a few little niche players like SCADA and Swarm. And Swarm is definitely swarming up that chart. So there we go, guys. That is our leader there. How high will some of these go? Well, PCock's probably going to keep going. Time Dividend will probably keep going as well. Big shout out to KG there. And some of these other ones are probably a bit more speculative, a bit more controlled and managed. But definitely looking good there. Swarm, PCock, and Time Dividend leading the pack. All right. So what we were going to go have a look at Dipcatcher, weren't we? So let's go have a look at Dipcatcher. I'm not sure if we're going to pull up his name, Dipcatcher. I did have his save, so maybe I'll have to let me go back here and let me go find it. Yeah, pretty sure I had it on my bookmarks. Let's have a look. Right now. Well, I thought I had the save, guys, but apparently I didn't. Let's have a look. We're going downtown, shopping. All right, so Dipcatcher, there we go. All right, bam, we're back. So Dipcatcher here announced Flex Hex, of course, and this is Flex is a 1-to-1 wrapped EHEX token, and so we're looking forward to that. We knew that he was holding it off to launch it. He wasn't going to launch in 2025. He was going to wait for the market to turn around in 26, and the market's not been too bad, right? Well, 18 hours ago, we got an update about FlexNet. FlexDex has just passed its first audit. It was deployed on testnet, and the front end is about to be published. FlexDex will be the best asset issuance platform for on Hex. So they'll be issuing assets there, I guess. FlexNet could go live very soon. So that's kind of the key to intel there. Maybe one last major leg down and then launch. So still a little bit nervous about the market. But I think we've had a pretty good start to the year. So cool. Hex Getter says my number 2 most anticipated vaporware right behind ProveX. You mean PervDex, says Dipcatcher. So what's a couple of jokes amongst friends, I guess. That is the latest one there for that. So kind of bullish for EHEX there on that side of things. So there we go. We're going to get into PDI and finish one of our final topics. We got Rect on crypto there. Hello, friends. Good to see you, Rect on crypto. Welcome. And we got DG and Hexen as well. 5555 hearts there. Nice. Well, it was probably good. I talked about FlexNet then coming for it's kind of a layer 2, isn't it? For it's got its own ecosystem for EHEX on the old Ethereum chain. So PDI here, obviously we talked about this the other day. Time lock was put in place for P compound, and this is the latest narrative for PDI to $1. So apparently maybe a DAO takeover, and then the idea was to try and I think flash pump PDI to $1 and then somehow liquidate loans or something like that, and then reset it back up. So that's kind of some of the backstory there. I think we're going to probably do a fuller review of that and go and see where that's all going at the moment. LibertySwap goes OMG. LibertySwap may very well help with some of this stuff happen. But the theory with LibertySwap was layer 0, right? So then it's a different topic, right? So we've got P compound and layer 0. We'll see which narratives help the old PDI there. The latest theory or actions to be trying to make this thing get to $1. I just find it very difficult to see how that's going to work at all. But we keep an open mind, don't we? We keep an open mind because it makes it fun. So that is the latest stuff there. We'll see how we get on. What else? Anything else we're going to be covering here today? Just trying to think. Let's see. There was one other thing I was kind of thinking of. I think that was it, probably. So yeah, that's where we are right now. I'll do one more check on one other thing, and then we'll go from there. Let's see if Richard Hart's got anything today. Nothing from Richard Hart today. And who else is on the list here? Fast Abdul, of course. We're waiting for Vouch 369. We know that code's finished in testing, so that's got to can't be too far away. Could be very, very excited there about that. So we are excited about Vouch 369, the first multi-chain liquidity fork with multiple collaterals, including ProveX will be a early adopter. So it might be a bit of a race between LibertySwap and Vault if Vault's launched. We'll see how that plays out. And when will Richard play his first ProveX moves, right, with the token and the protocol itself? Yeah. So that's kind of what the play is. Finally, just having one more check. So I think that's kind of it. Yeah. So that is the latest news, I think, for everything. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll be on the show again tomorrow, same time. So daily show, check it out. I still am meaning to do an X1 live stream as well. So hopefully we'll come back to do that. Wally Pasang says, and we're back. We are. Well, we've got Pulse on the move right now, PCock on the move, Time Dividend on the move, Swarm on the move. So yeah, OG Rev Chef, some of those on the move. A few things happening. All right, there's 55 minutes on now. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, hit the bell. If you want to join Strategy Club, links in the video description and, of course, pinned to the top of X profile. Look forward to that. Only just over $1 a day to join up for that. Get all the latest intel flowing real time as I'm watching the markets. And, of course, if you haven't hit the follow on X, definitely smash the follow. We're heading towards 1,500 followers again. You guys know I've had to rebuild my channel, and you guys make it possible. So do that. That'd be great. All right, take care, everybody. I'll catch you on the next one. And, maybe Richard Hart will be dropping us some alpha soon in this good old month of Ethereum. And if we get that crypto market structure stuff coming through, absolute game on, right? So for Q1, be awesome. All right, take care. Bye for now.